Good afternoon. We're going to make some passion fruit rum buttercream frosting for our passion fruit mojito cupcakes that we made last night. We start with a cup and a half of softened butter. You don't want it too soft. They usually say room temperature, but room temperature here in Puerto Rico makes them pretty soft butter. So for every cup of sugar, it's a quarter cup of softened butter. So because we're using 3 cups of confectioned sugar, we're going to use 3/4 of a cup of butter. And we'll run that with the mixer until it is light and fluffy. I'm going to add about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. That's looking pretty light and fluffy at this point in time. Butter actually changes color as you mix the air in it, which is what's happening here. And we're going to put in most of this sugar, and then we'll mix it on low until the butter and sugar start getting mixed up pretty well. Because otherwise what you end up with is a big cloud. Okay, now I'm going to knock it down off the sides, and then we're going to mix it some more. Now we'll mix it on high again. And once again, we're going to knock it back down. But now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of passion fruit puree, 3 tablespoons of rum. We're going to mix it on low until that incorporates. And as it gets mixed in, we'll speed it up more and more. There's a good chance that with this much liquid, it may be too wet, and we'll have to add a little more sugar to it, which is why we didn't put all the sugar in. And that is the case. You can see it's a little too drippy. We might even end up needing to add more than the 3 cups, but that's okay. We can add what we need to make it stiff enough to work with. I'm going to add a little more, a tablespoon or so at a time. Big tablespoons, but I think we want our frosting somewhat stiff, but not so stiff that we can't pipe it. We're going to take about half of this frosting and put it in a bowl. Probably about like that. What we're going to do is we're going to make 2 colors of frosting. We're going to add a drop of green to this one. Yeah, let's make it 2 drops. Probably be way too green, but let's see. Okay, and then we're going to set that aside. And we're going to take some saran wrap, clear plastic wrap, and lay that out on our counter. So, a nice flat sheet. And we'll take some of our green, which is supposed to be a mint green, but it's a whole lot more like a spring green, I think. And we'll put that in a line, like so. Then, we'll take the more or less white one, and we'll put it in a line right beside that one. After that, we bring our plastic wrap over, and over from the other side. Roll it up, close the ends up, and put it in our piping bag. Actually, we do need to cut one end open. And then we put that in our piping bag. And I do think that the frosting is a little softer than it should be, but we're going to live with it. Then we close up our piping bag. And we bring our cupcakes over. Okay, now we're going to squeeze out our frosting. Should be coming out as 2 colors. I am making a real mess here.